Okay, good. Right. So can you able to see my screen, guys?
Yeah, Dinesh.
Okay. So let me open the terminal now. And then we will just log into that particular EC2 machine. For that, I need to go for downloads folder because there only I have my key pair and writing SSH space -I and the key pair name. The key pair name is I have given CentOS, right? CentOS dot pem file and the username CentOS @ a public IP address. I have a public IP address. Let me copy this and paste it here. Now let me give yes. And I can see my CentOS machine got successfully logged in. Right? Let me clear it. I can see CentOS got logged in. Now, I think this is the new server, right? It doesn't have a Git. So for that reason, I need to install the Git first of all. For that, I'm writing sudo. So what's the command, guys, we have to use in order to install the Git? Did you remember? What is the command we have to write for installing the Git? Remember or not? So what's the command? Yum command. Yum package we have to use. Sudo yum
install
-y
Git.
and you have to give Git. Correct. So when you press enter, it will start installing the Git in your CentOS machine. And then maybe we can check the status by writing the command like git space -version. If you use it, it will tell you what is the version that you are currently utilizing, that you can able to find it. So for that, I'm writing git space -version. So now it is saying 1.8.3.1. It's the older version. It is the older version we got with help of your CentOS server. Okay, let's clear this. Git is available now. Git is available now. Yum install git space. This is also correct. Yes. Right. Now, what is the next step? We have a git. Let me create one new directory. Say make a directory. And before that, if I type present working directory, we are inside the /home/CentOS. If I type ls command, ls space -al, we have a file, right? There are different files are available. But anyway, I can create a new directory now. I can create a new directory, make directory, dir space. And I can create, say, git demo I'm going to create. This is the directory I'm going to create. Git demo. And press enter. And let me go inside this particular folder, cd git demo. So thereby, we got ls, nothing, right? We don't have anything. So if I type present working directory, we are inside the git demo. Git demo is the project that we have created, or folder, or directory we have created. Then what is next? Once we have a git now, what is next? We have to, first step, guys, remember, what is the first step, guys, in git? What is the first step in git? One-time activity. What is the one-time activity we are performing here? This directory, we can call it as a regular directory. Git demo is the regular directory. How to convert this regular directory into the git directory? For that, you have to use a command called git init is the command. When you use the git init command, see, if I type ls space -al command, or ls space -al command, you see some hidden files, right? But you don't have any git file. You don't have any git directory. So for that reason, I'm going to write one command called git init command. What it will do, it will initialize an empty git repository inside your directory. The directory is git demo. So when you type, yeah, it is saying, I have initialized some empty git repository inside the git demo. To understand this one, if I type ls space -al, I can see a git directory. Now the regular directory is converted into git directory. It is called a local repository, I said. It is called as a local repository, I said. And then we have discussed different demo, right? What I can do, I can create one file inside this particular project. Vi demo.txt is the file I'm going to create. Demo.txt. I'm going to edit this particular file. Say I will edit with the help of demo.txt, like that I have written. And then escape, put colon WQ exclamation. Right? Now if I check the status of the Git, it will tell me, there is an untracked file. Git is not tracked it. It is an untracked file. It is an untracked file. Now what I need to do? I need to move this file from the working copy to the staging area. How can I move from working copy to staging area? To move a file from working directory to staging area, we have to use a command called git add space that particular demo.txt, or you can put simple dot. That by it means that all the file which is available inside your project that you are moving that into the staging area, or we can call it as index. Staging area is also called as index. Now, if you press enter and if you check the Git status, it is saying it is a tracked file. Now I need to commit this particular file. How can I commit? How can I move the file from the staging area to the committed area or local repository? For that, you have to use a command called git commit space -m, and then you have to provide some message.
Fine.
Yes. So you have to write a message, say this is my first commit, like that I'm writing a message. And when you press enter, and it is asking, hey, who are you? Right? I need to set the user ID and password. I need to tell, right, who am I? So I'm writing git config - global user.name. I can give a name. Say this is Dinesh Uranium, like that I'm writing. Dinesh Uranium. I have it. And press enter. Now I need to give git config - global user.email. Within a double quotation, I can give email ID also. dineshuranium@gmail.com. And press enter. Now, if we check this one, whether it is updated or not, with the help of a list command, you can clearly see that my email address and name got updated. That's it. Now I can clear the screen. Let me check the Git status. Is it committed? Yes, nothing to commit. It got committed. Now to understand this one, I can write git log command. There is a one commit ID got generated, which is done at this particular time period. And this is the message, first commit. Who has done? The cloud user has done. Now, suppose if I write git log space -, one line is the command I have written. So to see only the 7-digit commit ID and along with the commit message, you can able to find it. This is what we have done. These are the things we have covered in the previous session. Are you clear so far? Can we create another user or only one user? You can create as many users as you want. But for that, again, you have to configure the the respective command in your Git, because Git is version control, right? For Git, you can create any number of users. You can open another terminal for the same thing. You can configure another email address and password also. It's a version control system, right? It's a collaboration platform, right? Right. Any questions so far, guys? Any question? No? Yeah. So let me create another file now. Vi. Okay. What happened to my machine? I'm not sure. It's taking too long today. Vi space demo1.txt, like that I have written. It is my another file. Now press enter. And then I'm writing this is demo1.txt file and saving this file. Saving this file and press enter. Now, if I check git status command, it is saying there is an untracked file. What basically we will do, we will write git add space either dot, or you can give the particular file name, right? say a file location, demo.txt, demo1.txt, and press enter. Now let me check the Git status again. So it is a tracked file. Now I need to commit this particular file. So in order to commit this one, I can write git commit space -m. I can use some message, say this is my second commit. If you check a log command, git log space -, one line command, it will tell you, right? There are two commit I have done. This is the first commit and this is my second commit. Quickly, I can create another commit also. I will create another commit. I can create another commit. Say vi demo3.txt, demo2.txt. Demo2.txt. Very slow. Okay, demo2.txt, and then I can save this particular file. Press enter. Checking the status again. It will say my file is untracked file, and I need to commit this particular file. Git add space dot. Press enter. And the git space commit space -m within a double quotation, I can write demo2.txt, or maybe I can write third commit. This is my third commit. Okay, present. Yes. So I have totally 3 commits. I have first commit and second commit and third commit. Totally I have 3 commits. Now what I need to do, in the previous session, I told you how to reset. Reset, it is also called as destructive command. Did you remember? Reset is a destructive command. When I say destructive command, suppose if you are writing git reset -hard, and if you write this commit ID, what will happen, guys? Can you tell me? Git reset -hard, when you write this commit ID, what will happen?
It will reset the value to the below one.
Exactly. You will lose this complete history, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You cannot revert back. Basically, you will lose this commit ID. You will lose this commit ID. It means that whatever the history that you have, whatever the changes you have done, all you will lost. When you use the git reset hard command, it is a destructive command. You cannot roll back. That's the problem. If you go with the reset command. But Git provides another command called git revert command also available. We have a git revert space. Suppose I am giving one commit ID. What is the commit ID? Say for an example, I can copy this. Control, I can copy this. And I will paste it here. Paste it here. Okay. Yes. So git revert particular commit ID. I have passed. Now what will happen? We'll see. Instead of git reset, this time I'm using the git revert and I'm passing the particular commit ID here. When you press enter, see, it is creating another commit actually. What it is doing, it is creating another commit. Say third commit, it is another commit. You can, I am going to revert the third commit. I'm going to create one third commit. What is happening? We'll see. Let me Let me escape and put colon, WQ, exclamatory, press enter. Now see, one more commit got created. I have used git log space hyphen one line command now. Press enter. Now we have a fourth commit ID got generated. Did you remember in this particular commit, I have added demo.txt file. In second commit, I have added the demo1.txt file. Here I have added demo2.txt file. This particular commit ID only I try to revert. Now if I type ls space -al command, when you press enter, can you see I don't see the demo2.txt file? It means that what happened? Your demo2.txt file that we have added with respect to this particular commit ID, this got reverted. It is removed. It is removed from your staging area. Sorry, it is removed from your working repository, also local repository. Can I check the Git status? Let me check the Git status. And when you press enter, Git status is saying nothing to commit. It means that it is removed from your working copy as well as from the local repository. From the local repository. This is called git revert command. It is not a destructive command. It is not a destructive command. Remember. Are you clear with this? What is git revert or git reset? Yes, Aman, correct. The third commit ID we have mentioned, right? That got reverted. It means that it is moved to second commit. It means that it is moved to second commit. Suppose if you again need this particular commit ID, suppose if you want to once again get back that particular file, can I able to get back that particular file? Yes, we can able to get back that particular file. How? Once again, you can use git revert command. When you use the git revert, one new commit ID got generated, right? That you can copy and you can paste it here. And you can paste that particular commit ID. Now what will happen? Your data will be reverted. Can we check? Yes. Press enter. And let me save this file. WQ exclamation and press enter. And if I type ls space -al, once again, I should see demo2.txt file again. It is not a destructive command. It is not dangerous, right? Even if you miss or if you move into another commit, you can able to come back actually. If you want to retrieve that particular information, yes, you can able to retrieve. So what is happening here? Let me quickly inform what is happening here. See, you have a 3 commits. Initially, you have added the 3 commits. Say commit ID, 3, and this is 2, and commit ID 1. There are 3 commits are available. Now, when you try to revert this commit 3, suppose you made some mistake on commit 3. If you are thinking, hey, this code is not correct code, I have mistakenly committed, I want to roll back. So in that case, if you want to move from 3 to 2, what you need to do? You have to write git revert, and you have to use the commit ID, which is 3. 3 is the commit ID. Now what will happen? It will create another commit, guys. It will create another commit. It is another commit. Say for an example, this commit number is 4. Thereby, what will happen? You will move to the second commit. But suppose if you want to once again back to this third commit, what you basically do? Once again, you have to write git revert, which is number 4. Thereby, you will again get the third commit information. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Guys, quickly confirm. Why silent? Guys, yesterday, day before yesterday, one trainer has taken, right? He is telling, right, how you are taking the batch. Like that, he is asking the question. He was asking, like, how you are taking the 3 p.m. batch, because no one is answering. No one is just responding, right? So just to confirm, say yes or no. You are okay, or do you want me to repeat? Still silent.
No,
Incoming.
Dinesh, like, what about the data? That's, when we commit, the data also shifts.
Jaya, we have a 3 commit, right? Commit 1 and commit 2, commit 3. In commit 1, we have a
Yeah.
demo.txt. In commit 1, we have a demo1.txt. In commit 2, we have a demo2.txt. Now, when you use the revert command, what is happening? It is moving
Third
from commit
commit
3 to commit 2, correct? Then
Yes.
you will lose the demo2.txt file, right?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Right. That's what happening in git revert command. But what is happening when you use the git revert, the third commit ID, it will create another commit. Using that other commit, maybe in future, if you want to revert that particular commit, right, you can able to revert. You can restore that particular commit if you want. If you really want in future, if you want to restore the particular commit, you can able to restore, because when you use the revert command, it will generate another commit ID. In commit 4, data will be present. In commit 4, data will be present. Yes, in commit 4, yes, data will be present. Correct. Yeah, man. Because it is only going to create another commit ID, right? In another commit ID only we have that particular information. Jaya, are you clear, or do you want to give another example?
Give me another example because
Other
I'm
example.
confused.
Okay. So let me leave everything. See, if I check the git status, worst, my machine is worst. Git status and nothing to commit. So as of now, how many files we have? ls space -al. How many files we have? Only we have 3 files, right? Just we can start it from here.
Yeah.
Now what I will do, I will create one file, vi jaya.txt. Like that I have written, I have created one file. Press enter, and I'm writing Jaya here and save this particular file. And I'm going to add this particular file to the staging area, git add space dot and git commit space -m with a double quotation. I'm adding say Jaya.txt file added, like that. Now let me clear this and write ls space -al. We have one more file got created, and let me check the git log space one line, which is this particular commit ID. In this particular commit ID only, I have added the jaya.txt file added. Any questions so far?
No, it's clear.
Right? Only one file I have added. Now what I'm thinking, this particular file I have added, right? I'm thinking it is a mistake. It is a wrong code. I don't want to add this particular file to the committed area, but unfortunately I have added. So what I'm thinking, I just want to revert this particular commit ID. When I revert this commit ID, where it will go? The header will go to here, right?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
I just want to delete this particular commit. So for that, let me write git revert. Which commit I am going to revert? This commit ID I am going to revert. This commit ID I am going to revert. Now tell me, when I revert this particular commit, what will happen, Jaya? You will lose the jaya.txt file. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Now when I press enter, it is saying, you are trying to delete or you are trying to revert this particular commit ID. Maybe can you create this as another commit? Why it is saying another commit? Because using this commit, maybe in future, you may think like I need that file, I can get it for that reason. Are you getting, Jia?
Yes. So the deleted file, we are keeping it in another folder.
Another
something like
commit,
that?
yes.
Okay.
So thereby in future, if you want to once again get back this particular file, you can able to get back using this commit ID.
Okay. So we are deleted a file, and if you want to revert it again back,
Yes.
so we can do it.
Yes, yes. So let me save this particular file and press enter. Now, if I check git log space -hyphen one line, can you see one more commit got created? Here earlier it has this one, but now we got one more commit, right?
Yeah.
This particular commit as that deleted file actually. This deleted file you can find it here. Now, if you check ls space -al, what is your motto? Your motto is jaya.txt file you want to revert. If you see here,
Yes.
don't you see, right? We don't have any jaya.txt file now.
Yeah.
We don't have any jaya.txt file because it got reverted.
Correct.
Are you clear?
Yes, yes, I got it.
Yes. But in
But this
future,
we can find it in one line, right?
yes. In one line, okay, git log. In one line, you can find this particular commit ID, right? This particular commit ID, what happened here? You just jaya.txt file you have deleted. But if you want to get back once again, you can able to get back. How? Once again, you can use git revert command. And which one you need to get back? I need to get this commit ID and I can paste it. Now, when you press enter, once again you can save this file. And if you type ls space -al, jaya.txt file, again restore.
Yeah.
Are you fine now? Are you clear?
Yes, yes.
Can we only revert the previous file alone, or can we also revert even the first file or second file? No, I am not reverting the file here. I'm just giving the demo. I'm reverting the commits. I am trying to reverting the commits, not the files. Samware and Amman. Here, what I'm doing, I am reverting the commits. I'm not reverting the files. Even in particular commit, you can do the many changes, right? You will not do one or two changes. Maybe 10 files also in some cases you have to change it and you have to do the commits. Then when you use the revert command, what will happen? Whatever the changes you have done in any file, that will be getting reverted. Are you clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here I am reverting the file, not files. I am reverting the commits. Right. So if I even you guys, if I use the show head command, right? We have a command called head. Head I already told you. Head is something, it's a pointer. It is focusing on what is it focusing on?
On the top one.
Yes, exactly. The latest commit, the recent commit.
Yeah, the
If I use git show head, right? It will clearly show that this particular commit ID, head is pointing. Right, which is 4E80. So let me write git log space -hyphen one line. So which is the latest commit. This is the latest commit, right? Right. Any questions so far?
No, Dinesh.
Right. This is the difference between a reset and revert. In interview, people might ask, what is the difference between reset and revert? Reset is a destructive command, guys. When you use git reset particular commit ID, if we have any commit ID after that you have created, everything will be deleted. You cannot get back. All your history will be gone. That's the reason in real time, most of the time in the production server, people never ever will go for git reset command. For practice point of view, you can go for reset command. But in the production server, you should not use the git reset command. You have to go for git revert command. Because later if you want to get the data back, you can get it. right? And one more concept is available, tags, T-A-G-S. Tags is available. It's one of the concept available. Generally, can you tell me what is the purpose of tag? Generally, why we will use this term tags?
Attaching files
For identification.
Exactly. We will use for identification. Exactly. You are correct. In the same way, here we have a many commit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By seeing the commit message, you can clearly get to know that what is this commit ID. But in some cases, maybe you are not able to understand this thing from the commit message. You have only a commit ID. So what I need to do, suppose if I'm thinking like this particular commit ID is very, very important to me. In real time, when you work with a project, I'm thinking like this particular commit ID, it is very, very important. Regularly, I will use this particular commit ID, but I cannot remember, right? Because commit ID is a 40-digit commit ID. Maybe here you can find the 7-digit, but if I write the git log command, you can see this is very huge digit. We cannot remember this commit ID. It is very difficult. Very difficult, right? So in that case also, how can I remember? How can I remember this particular? So for that, maybe we can apply a tags to particular commit ID. What we can do? We can apply tag to the particular commit ID. Suppose if you are thinking this particular commit ID is very, very important, then you can apply a tag. Now, how to apply the tag? So to apply the tag, we have a command called git space tag space -a say you can give some name for this particular commit ID. Maybe I am giving important. You can give any name based on your need, actually, based on your thought process, you can give. So important -m space. Say I'm writing this is a very important, like some message I'm writing. This is very important commit information or commit ID. Like that I'm writing. Git tag space -a. And what is the tag name you are going to give? -m. This is I'm giving. And then space the commit ID. Which commit ID you are thinking like it is very important. Maybe I'm thinking this commit ID is very important. Let me copy this and put it here. And this is very important. When you press enter, yes. Now, suppose if I check git tag, right? When you press enter, can you see one tag got created? One tag got created, which is called important, right? And if I type git show important, right? When you press enter, important, press enter, I can see the complete information about that particular commit ID. So who made this? Dinesh Oranium. At what time? Yeah, I can see. And what is the commit ID he has done? Yes, this is the commit ID. And what time? Everything. And whatever the things I have done on the particular file, the complete information I can be able to see with the help of this particular command. Git show that particular tag name. Git show that particular tag name. Thereby later, later, suppose if you want to refer that particular commit ID, you no need to remember that commit ID. Simply you can remember important. Even, if I write git revert, right? Basically, you will write the commit ID here. Instead of commit ID, you can write the important also like that. Just you are giving some tag name. Are you clear with this? What is the purpose of tag?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Are you clear? Or do you want me to repeat? Git tag.
got it.
Yeah. So in the interview also people might ask, hey, can you tell me how can I apply the tag? You just tell them git tag space -a, some tag name, space -m, some message, space that particular commit ID. Which commit ID you want to refer as a tag? Some alias name, simply a name we are giving for that particular commit ID. For particular commit ID. So I hope you are clear with what is revert. What is the revert command? Git revert space commit ID, remember? And another one is the git tag, right? So what is the command we have to use for git tag? Git tag space -a And the tag name you have to give it
Tag
space
name,
hyphen m.
space -m.
Yes, you have to give the
Message.
message space commit ID.
Commit ID.
Which commit ID? So suppose if you want to see all the tags that you have created on the project with the help of a git tag command, and suppose if you want to see a particular tag information, git show that tag name you have to give it. Fine. Yes. Right. Then the another one important concept I'm going to teach you, which is very, very important, stashing. We have a concept called stashing. Yes, can you tell me what is stashing? Stash means what? What is stash? What do you understand from this term? Git stash. Stash means? Storage. Okay. It's a storage. Okay. So let me give you one practical example. See, suppose I can create one file, stash demo.txt, like that. I can create a file. So let me write stash and save this particular file. Yes. Now I'm writing after bi stash demo. Let me check the status. The status is saying it is an untracked file. Status is saying untracked file. Now suppose, guys, what I'm saying, here you have created one particular file. Unfortunately, you are thinking like this particular file, or otherwise consider like you are getting another work. Maybe your developer is saying, or your product owner is saying, Dinesh, you just stop this particular work. You can go for another work with the same Git actually, but we need to go for another file where you need to perform some operation. After a couple of minutes, I'm going to start another topic, which is called branching. Branching means what? What is branching? See, guys, I can able to create a mini branch in your Git. So what is branch? Branch 1, branch 2, and branch 3. Let me tell you. Suppose you have one particular file here. Say 1.txt file is available. You have a project which is called Git demo. In this Git demo project, you have a 1.txt file is available. And you have written 400 lines of code here. You have written 400 lines of code. And you have a same Git demo project. This is also Git demo project. And here, parallelly, you have a same 1.txt.file. But here you can able to try to write a different logic here. And suppose in branch 3, here also we have a Git demo project. And here also we have a 1.txt file. Here you are writing different logic. Logic number 3, logic number 2, and logic number 1. Guys, developer is Dinesh. This Dinesh at a time can able to work with 3 different branches with the same project, with the same file. That's nothing but branching strategy. Using the branching strategy, what you guys can do? You can take a multiple copy and you can work on. In real time, basically what we will do, guys, see for an example, if you have a directory, you have one folder. That folder name is Git demo, is one folder is available in your local machine. And you are trying to write some Java code. Say for an example, reverse the string, one program you are writing now. Or adding 2 numbers, anything, any logic that you are trying to write. But what your client is saying, I need 3 logic. I don't want 1 logic. I need a 3 logic. Then for that, what you basically do? You will copy this Git demo and you can put it in another one, maybe a directory D drive. And you can go with the E drive. There you can write the different logic, right? In the same way, at the same time, in the same file, we can able to write 3 different working, right? We can do with the help of a branching. Are you clear what is branching? Anyway, I'm going to cover actually at the end of the session. But Tariq, will you able to understand what is tree branch? Yes, no?
Yes.
Now suppose if you are working with this 1.txt file inside this branch 1, suddenly your client is saying, hey, Dinesh, please do not work with the branch 1. Now branch 1, it is not needed now. Maybe you can work tomorrow. Today, what you can do, you can go with the branch 2. And you can work with that particular logic, he's saying. Now, immediately, I need to switch from this particular branch to another particular branch. In that case, it is available in the untracked file, right? What is the one we can do? Maybe we can move this into the staging area and then we can move into the local repository. Then we can switch into another branch. This is the one way. But what I'm thinking, I don't know whether whatever the code that I have written, it is correct or not. I'm not sure. So I don't want to take the commit. For this particular code, I don't want to move this into staging or I don't want to take a commit. In that case, maybe this particular file, right? I don't want to delete, but what I need to do? I need to store it in some storage. I need to store it in some Git storage. Thereby, when I write the Git status command, it should not say, right, untracked file. Am I clear? Am I clear?
It's just like a temporary storage.
Yes, just a temporary storage. Correct. Exactly. Just a temporary storage. Just I'm going to stash it. That's it. I'm going to save it in memory, Git memory. But I'm not going to tell. Whenever I require, right, I can maybe get it. Whenever I need, maybe I can take from the stash memory. That memory called as stack memory. From the stack memory, I can take it. But as of now, just I'm going to stash it inside the stack memory.
Just like hidden.
Yeah, like a hidden. Yes. I'm going to hide it. Yes. Are you clear? Yes or no?
Yeah, then.
See, guys, if I write git status, you already know it is an untracked file. Now, I'm going to write one command called git stash space -u. -u. U refers untracked file. U refers untracked file. Now, if I press enter, now see it is saying a saved working directory and index state WIP on master. It is creating one commit ID. Revert, something I have written. Head is now at this particular and something, right? So now if I check the git status, can you see it is saying nothing to commit? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? Now suppose this particular data now you want. In that case, if you type git stash space list command, if you type it, this is the stash you have done actually, guys. This is called stash ID. This particular stash you have done. How many stash you have done? Only one stash you have done, right? That you can find it here with help of a stash ID. Are you clear? So
Yeah, then.
if you want to get that particular stashed file, in that case, you can write this particular command git stash space. We have a command called pop that particular stash ID. Where is the stash ID? This is the stash ID. Copy the stash ID and paste it. Git stash pop command, you have to use it. When you press enter, now let me clear the screen. Check the git status. Can you see once again? We got the particular file which is stash demo.txt. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If I type git stash space list, you will not see any file. Because you already taken that particular stash ID, right? That's the reason you don't have any list. Nothing is available here. Nothing is available here. Are you clear so far?
Yeah.
Now suppose I will type git space add space dot and git commit space -m. Within that, I can write stash demo added like that I have done. Now once again, I will create one text file and write test, saving this file. Now if I check the git status, it is saying what? Untracked file. And then I'm moving this particular file to the staging area. And if you check the git status, what will happen? Changes it should be committed, right? Now, suddenly I got another job. Suddenly I need to switch into another branch. I just need to store this into the git memory. In that case, which command you have to use it, guys? If it is untracked file, you will use what? Git stash space -u. But if it is a tracked file, right? If it is a tracked file, you don't need to use -u. Simply you can write git stash. It is enough. Now if you check git stash list, if you type it, it is giving, right, one commit ID. Yes or no? Are you clear? Am I clear? Let me clear. Right, git stash space list. We have one stash ID. Now tell me. Now I'm going to work on this particular stash ID. How can I get this one? Which command? Which command you will use it, guys? We have to use the pop command. Which command? You have to use the pop command. But when you use the pop command, what will happen? After you use the pop command, if you type git stash list, what will happen? After using the pop command, if you use git stash list, what will happen, guys?
It will go back to the same stage where we left.
Yes. You will not find any stash ID. Instead, Git is providing another command called git stash instead of pop. If you go with the apply command, let me copy this. Instead of pop command, I'm using apply command. Press enter. Once again, I can see changes needs to be committed, right? It is back. Now, if I type git stash list command, still you have that stash ID. Thereby, in later stage also, if you want to once again apply this to another branch or maybe some other need, you can use it. That's the basic difference between pop and apply. Pop means that particular stash, it will take it from the stack. But if you go with the apply command, it will take it, also it will have it inside the stack. Later, if you have any need, if you need the same changes for some other file or some other, maybe a branch, you can use it. Are you clear? Yes or no?
Yeah, Dinesh.
So this is the difference between pop and apply in stashing. Pop and apply in stashing. Now, suppose I'm going to use another stash command which is called drop and particular committed. Now what will happen? What do you think? What will happen? What do you think? Git stash drop stash. What will happen?
Might be it will remove.
Exactly. It will remove. It will remove the stash ID. It will remove the stash ID. Thereby, it is a destructive command, guys. You cannot get it back again. Whatever the operation that you have done right, you will lose. You will lose. See, when I press enter, that's it. It's gone. Now check the Git status. It changes needs to be committed. And you can commit now. You can commit now. But later, if you want to get this, can I able to get this? No. You can commit this. Git commit space -m, say for an example, done, I have written. Now, if I try to write git stash or git stash list, I am writing. I cannot see. I cannot get it back. It is dropped actually. It is dropped means the stash ID removed from the stack. Stash ID removed from the stack. We have another command, guys. Git stash space clear command is also available. Now, suppose if you have created 100 stashes, all the stashes will be removed. It is very, very dangerous again. If you have created 100 stashes, 100 stash ID will be deleted. But this drop command only for particular stash ID. This drop command, where is that? Where is the drop command? Yeah, this one. This is only for particular commit ID. But clear is for all the commit ID will be removed. Pop and drop is same. Pop and drop is same. Pop basically, yes, maybe almost the same, maybe I can say. Say, for an example, I can write vi hello.txt file. And then I'm writing hello, save this particular file. And I'm going to stash this particular file with the help of git, git stash space -u I'm writing. Thereby this file will be got stashed. Now let me write git stash list command. You got one stash ID. Let me git stash drop that particular stash ID. When you press enter, now if you check the git status, can you see here? Nothing to commit. This is where difference is coming. This is where the difference is coming. Once you have moved into staging area, right? Once you have moved into the staging area, that time if you use the git drop command, that is different. But when the file is untracked area, the drop is different. Aman, are you getting? Aman, when your file is available inside the staging area, if you drop it, no issue. You can move that particular file into the committed area by writing the commit command. But if your file is available in the unstaging area, when you use the drop command, you cannot move that particular file into the staging area or committed area. This is where a difference is coming between git pop and git drop. Everyone clear?
Yeah, Dinesh. Dinesh, can you just name the commands what all we used, like git
Sure.
stash?
Yeah, sure. I can open the history. Yeah. So what command I have used? I have used the git stash drop commit ID. Git stash drop stash ID, not commit ID, stash ID. And then git stash space list is one more command. Git stash list is another command. And git stash space -u, it is one more command. Git stash space -u is a command. Then git stash apply stash ID. Git stash apply stash ID. Git stash apply stash ID. Then git stash pop stash ID. Pop command. Git stash pop stash ID. And we have one more command called git stash also. Git stash also one command. When your file is in tracked area, git stash is the command. Apart from this, we have git stash clear command. git stash clear command. Git stash clear command. Jaya, is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes, any questions so far? Yes, can we move on? Any question?
We can go ahead.
Okay, fine. So far, whatever we dealt, right, which is related to the local repository, guys. Whatever we have done, which is local repository, right? Local repository. Everything we have done in the server, in the local server. Now today, I'm going to teach you how to work with the remote servers. When I say remote server, maybe a remote repository. Remote repository. So there are different remote repositories are available. In real time, most of the company, they are using one remote repository called GitHub. GitHub is one of the remote repository. Apart from this, we have a GitLab, we have a Bitbucket. Like that, we have many remote repositories. GitHub, GitLab, and Bitbucket. But almost 70 to 80% IT company, they are working with the GitHub. I am also going to take the GitHub session. And remember, if you know the GitHub, same command, you guys, Git command. GitHub also work with the Git. GitLab also for Git. Bitbucket also Git, right? So if you know the command, you can use this particular command in GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab, wherever you want, right? So quickly, I'm going to teach you how to create the remote account, remote repository account. For that, we need to go for github.com. Let me log out, sign out. And this is the UI for GitHub. So let's build from here GitHub. And most of the top level IT company, they are using the GitHub. And the complete source code also, you can find it. GitHub is open source and it is available in the form of licensed also. It is the remote repository. So for whatever we are dealing, right, it is related to the local repository. But at the end of the day, I need to share this code to other developer, right? How you will share this particular code to other developer? How you will do the collaboration between the developers and the product owner and the project team? How? We need one centralized storage. We need one distributed storage, which is nothing but a GitHub. So quickly, let me sign up this GitHub account. Click on sign up and you have to enter your email address. I am also going to enter my email address. So before that, let me copy this and give it to you guys also. Okay, so click on continue. And it is asking me to create a password. I'm going to create it. Okay, I can create it. Okay, this is the password. Maybe compromised. No problem. I can click on. I can give another password because. Okay, and click on continue. And enter a username. It is asking. Say this is Dinesh Uranium. Like that, I'm giving a username. So then click on continue. And would you like to receive a product update and announcement via email? Yes. No. And then click on continue. And I'm going to start some puzzle. Pick one square that shows the two identical objects. Two identical objects. This is. And this one. And this one. And yes. Done. So create an account. It will create a GitHub account. And before that, email sent actually. So I have to okay. So this is the password. Let me copy this and put it here. So these are all things not required. Skip personalization. Yes. Now it is initializing a GitHub dashboard. That's it. Like that, you have to create a GitHub account. Remote repository. We are going to create it. This is my username. Dinesh name I have created. So like that, you guys also should create the GitHub account. Any question on creating a GitHub account?
No, Dinesh.
So as a next step, generally in GitHub, basically we will create a different projects, right? Different repositories. Repository is a project like that. To create a new repository, either you can click on here or you can click on here, right? You can click on here or you can click on here. But I will basically go here and you can click on new repository, right? Can you click on this plus icon and then you can click on new repository, or you can go here or you can go here. That's your wish. Let me click on new repository. And I need to give the repository name. Any repository name I can give it. Say I'm giving this is DevOps 3 p.m. batch. DevOps 3 p.m. 2023. Let me give this is April 2023. And you have to give some description. Say this is DevOps 3 p.m. session. Like that, I'm giving some. And there are two repository you can create it, guys. Either you can create the public repository or private repository. What is the difference between public and private? Here itself you can find the answer. Public means anyone on the internet can see this repository. Suppose if I create the repository, whoever having the internet access, they can be able to see my repository. But I have to tell who should commit. I have to tell who should commit. It means that they just can have the read access. They don't have write access. My repository, they can able to see, but they cannot edit. But if we go with the private, only you can able to see, only you can able to commit. But here also you can allow some particular people, they can able to see like that. But you have to allow. But when you make a default in private, no one can able to see, no one can commit. Are you clear with this? What is the public and private refers?
Yeah.
So let me go with public repository. And these are all the option not required. These are the option not required. But if you want to add some README file means just to write some README content. You know, right? What is README? README means just we are writing some content refer to the particular project. Maybe that particular project, maybe there is an author. That author is writing, this particular project is going to help like this. And these are the code I have written. Like that for maybe a future person, they can refer it, right? For that, you can add some README file if you want. But I don't want the README file, remove it. And this is already I have covered. Did you remember what is .git ignore? Did you remember .git ignore? I said, right? Suppose if you want some particular file, the Git don't want to track it. Then you can go for .git ignore. Log file and all we have added in our previous session. I hope you remember. But let me leave all others. Directly I can create a repository. Only two options you can give it. One is what is the repository name, and description also optional, and select a public or private repository. Click on create repository. Now it will create one repository for you. And particular repository has some URL also. I can copy this URL and I can send it to you. You guys also can access this particular URL. Now here after I'm going to add many files here. All these files you guys can able to see it. And you can download also. You can download also. but you cannot update, you cannot upload. If you want to upload or update, I need to add some collaborator. Can you see collaborator here, right? I need to invite you guys to do some modification on my GitHub project. But I'm not giving the as of now. Any questions so far?
No.
So
No,
simply
Dinesh.
remember, this is your remote repository URL, GitHub repository URL. The project name is DevOps 3 PM April 2023. Simply remember as of. As I mentioned earlier, here you guys can able to add any number of files. But before that, I have to allow you guys can able to do some collaboration. In order to read this particular file, suppose if I add some file on this particular URL, you guys can able to read it, but you cannot upload your file. Right? Now what I'm going to do, I have already created many files, right? In my Git demo is the project. Here we have many files I have. What I'm thinking, I want to upload all this file. I want to upload all this file to this particular URL, to this particular remote repository. But to upload a file from the local to remote server, we need some authentication. We need some authentication. Without authentication, I cannot upload the file from the machine to the remote repository. Without authentication, I cannot upload the file from my local machine. When I say local machine, my EC2 server to the remote repository. So one way of doing the authentication, which is nothing but personal access token. One way of doing authentication, which is personal access token. Personal access token. Using this, we can able to upload the file from the EC2 server to the remote repository. For that, we have to generate the personal access token first. So to upload the file from the local repository to the remote repository, what we require? We need a personal access token, right? We need to get a personal access token. So how to generate the personal access token? So let me tell you, click on this, and you can find a settings, right? In the profile, you can see the settings. Click on the settings. After clicking on settings, in the left-hand side, you can find a developer settings, guys. Right? So once you click on the settings, you can find the developer setting. Guys, are you following?
Yes.
Yep. So click on
Dinesh.
So click on developer settings. And here you can find a GitHub app, OAuth app. O means O authorization. And then we have a personal access token. Can you see the personal access token? You just click on this and all one-time setup, guys. In real time, as a DevOps engineer, definitely you have to do this kind of operation. Click on personal access token. And we have a latest release, which is called beta, but don't go for latest one. We'll go for old one, which is classic token. Click on this classic token. Click on classic token. And then you can add, generate a new token, right? Click on this. Here also we have a beta version. Beta means it is not released yet. It is not completely released. Maybe a new version they have released. Maybe still in the progress. Whether it is achieved or not, we'll see. But click on generate a classic token. And now you have to give a name. What is the token? What is this token for? You can give some note. Say, suppose I'm giving this is personal access token. Like that, I can give some name. You can give any name. And you can set the expiration date also. Say if you set 30 days, after 30 days, you cannot upload the file. Maybe after May 26, 2023, right? We cannot share the file from EC2 to server to remote. You can put some expiration. You can custom or no expiration, 90 days, anything you can give it. Maybe as of now, let me give no expiration also. Or if you want, you can give 30 days. So far clear?
Yeah.
So, and then you have to select the scope. Here I am going to tell, I can share my public repository. I can share my private repository from the local to remote. Then you can select the complete access of your private repository. Along with that, you can also give the scope with respect to admin, because sometimes you need to read, sometimes you need to write, sometimes you need to manage the runner, everything. I'm giving admin.org. So this is 2 enough actually. Based on your requirement, basically we can select the scope. But as of now, let me select the 2. It's completed. I can generate the token. When you click on generate the token, it will generate the token for you guys. Can you see the token ID got generated? Guys, once you have a token ID, right? Please try to copy the token ID and then paste it somewhere. You can paste it somewhere, because once you move from this page to another page, what will happen? You won't be able to see it again. Make sure to copy your personal access token now. Maybe you can save it in somewhere. Otherwise, next time you cannot see it. Then once again, you have to generate the token again. Once again, you have to generate the token again. This is how you can generate a personal access token. Using this personal access token only, I'm going to push the code from local server to a kind of a secret key. This is one key we are generating. Using this key only, we are going to upload your files or your project from the local machine to the remote server. It is the one we are authenticating. We are saying GitHub is giving one token for you. Using this token, you can send your file from the EC2 machine to the remote machine. Whoever having this particular token, they can able to upload the file from the local server to the remote server. Are you clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Super. Now, let me go to my terminal again. And I have this particular project. I need to send this code from my local EC2 server to my remote hub account. So this is the remote account, right? So github.com. And here I have my repository, your repository. This is the repository I have created. In this particular repository, I don't have any code as of now. I'm going to push it. So listen. If I type a command called git remote command, guys, we have one command called git remote. What this git remote command will say, hey, do you have any remote account already been set or not? Because this local machine, this EC2 machine don't know where the remote and all. When you press enter, it is saying nothing. It is not showing anything. It means that what is the meaning of this particular nothing is showing, right? It means that still this local machine or EC2 server not aware about your remote hub or remote repository, GitHub repository. It don't know. So for that reason, I'm going to write one more command, git remote space add, and where is my URL is available? That URL I'm going to give some name called origin space, and I can copy that URL. Where is that URL? Click on this and my repository. Your repository, Dinesh 3 p.m. Let me copy this URL and then I can paste it. So it means that I am saying if this particular code, I will be pushing to this particular URL. This is just I'm setting. What I'm setting? I'm setting this is the URL where I need to push the code. I'm not pushing the code. I'm just telling this is the name. This is the location where I need to push it. This is the remote URL. With the help of your remote command, I'm saying. What is, if you ask me what is origin? Origin just a name for this particular URL. Later, I cannot remember this particular URL, right? Further, I'm giving one alias name, which is called origin. Origin is just a tag. It's a tag name of this particular URL. Tag name of this particular URL. Now press enter. Now, if you check it remote command, it is saying, right, origin. Can you see? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yeah, Dinesh.
Now, still I didn't push the code. I have to push the code. How to push the code from the EC2 server to the remote? For that, we have a command called Git. But before that, I need to tell one more thing. Remember, guys, earlier, it means that maybe a year back, in GitHub, we have a branch called, a branch name is master branch. We have one branch name called master branch. All this code, whatever we are writing, right? That code is available inside this branch called master branch. And in local also we are doing some operation, right? With help of a Git. That also referred by master. But now, 6 months or 7 months back, Git did some major changes. What are the changes, right? In GitHub, the branch name, they have changed from master to the branch name is main. What they made the changes? Earlier, the branch name is master, but now they changed from master to main. And now your code is also referring the main branch. But after Git 2.8 version, local Git, right? 2.8 version, the master branch name is main, but lesser than 2.8, right? Still, your branch name is master, not a main actually. Not a main. That's the reason. See, we are using Git space hyphen version. Our version is very, very low version, right? A small version, 1.8. It is not a 2.8. Our branch name is what? Our branch name is master. It is not a main. If your branch name is main, you can push your code from this main to main. Because GitHub is latest. But Git, we are using very older one. Main to main, we can push it. So that's the reason. Now what we need to do, right? We have to rename or we need to update your branch on local from master to main. How? How to rename or how to update your branch name from master to main? Guys, this is not required interview point of view, but this is the changes happened in the GitHub. That's the problem. That's the reason I'm also taking this session. What I'm saying, in remote, earlier the branch name is master, but Git people, they change the name from master to main. But local, in Git after 2.8 version, the branch name is main. But we are using the older version of Git. The branch name is main. So we have to rename from master to main. How to update your branch name from master to main? That's the question. So to answer this one, if I type Git branch, when you press enter, can you see? It is saying the branch name is master, but I need to update. But in remote, I can show you. In remote, the branch name is they updated, guys. Can you see clearly see that the branch name is not master. Branch name is main actually. Branch name is main. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Can you quickly confirm? So to rename master to main, we can use this particular command, git branch space -m main. That's it. Git, this is also one-time activity. Git branch space -m main. When you press enter, now if you type git branch command, it is giving a main, right? It is not a master. So then older version git master cannot move. No, not like that, Aman. We can move it. Local master to main, we can move it. But there is a confusion, right? We will get more confusion. That's the reason. Simply if you use this command, right, you can rename, right, from master to main. That's the reason. But if to answer your question, yeah, we can push the code from master to main. No issues. Yes, correct, Saran, also. Right, now we'll try to push this code from local to remote. How can I push this code from local? How to push the code from local to remote? With the help of a git, a command called git push. A command called git push space -u space. What is the remote name? The remote name is origin. In which branch you are going to push the code? Main branch I'm going to push the code. This is the command you have to write it. Git push space -u, and in which remote we have to pushing? Origin. What is the branch name? Branch name is main. This is the command. If you write it, you can able to push the code from local to remote. From the local to remote. And press enter. It is asking the username. What is the username? Username is email address. I'm giving my email address. uranium@gmail.com. Press enter. And it is giving the password. Here you have to use the password, which is nothing but your token ID, guys. The token ID is the password. That is the token ID. Yeah. Here we have a token, right? That we already copied. Let me copy this token and paste it here. And press enter. Yes. Now it is moved from local main to remote main. Can you see local main to remote main? Let me prove this. Go here and press enter. Refresh. Can you see all this code here? I have done 10 commit in local. All these 10 commit is available in the remote now. Demo.txt, demo1.txt, demo2.txt, jaya.txt, stash demo, test, everything. When you click on this, whatever the changes that you have done, you can able to see it. The complete information you can find it. Now your code is available in your remote. You can share this URL. Guys, can you click on that particular URL I sent you? You can able to see this particular files and all. You just click on this particular URL. You guys can see this particular files. Can you check it? Will you able to see? It is available, right? It is available. Only 2 command, guys. Git remote add origin that particular URL. Git push -u origin the branch name. 2 command you have to use it. Git remote add origin URL. This is just to set the URL. To push the code, git push -u origin and then branch name. Branch name is main. Git push space -u origin /main. So when you use these 2 commands, you guys can set the URL and push it. Now let me rephrase. See, the first time you will use the git init command. And then what you will do? You will write git add. Whenever you do some modification, you will write the git add space down. And then you will use the git commit space -m some message. -m some message. Then you will set the URL, git remote add origin, the remote URL. And you will push it, right? Git push -u origin, the branch name which is called main. Simply you can push the code from local to remote. You can push the code from local to remote. Are you clear? Everyone? Aman, Jaya, Monica, Samvel, Saran. Any question till here?
Yeah, it's
So,
clear.
yeah,
No questions.
yeah. Then super. So it is enough today. So there are three concepts related to local I have covered. One is stashing, another one is tagging, third one reverting. And in remote, how to push the code from local to remote, that also you are aware. And tomorrow is the last day for your Git, guys. And day after tomorrow, we'll move for Jenkins. Tomorrow is the last day. Minimum 2 hours, I will take the session tomorrow. Right? So once we completed, day after tomorrow, we'll go for Jenkins. So till then, if you have any question, you can let me know. I already shared the DevOps notes also. You can find the complete answer over there. What is the Git command? Everything I've written over there. So let me show once again. You all got this document. Can you confirm? This one? This one? You already received, right, these notes? Yes or no? Or do you want me to share once again?
Share
Did you share
once
it?
again.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will share it actually. No issues. In this particular notes, you can find the complete Git notes, you can find it. Whatever that I'm covering, you can find it here. And also along with, guys, for DevOps, I will share you the complete notes. Notes, no need to worry. Whatever I'm covering, I have in notes, I will share you.
Dinesh, are we going, you are going to discuss about this Ansible and all?
Yes. Once we completed Git and Jenkins, the third topic Ansible.
Okay.
Monica, Jenkins, I will cover within this week. Monday will start the Ansible.
Okay, Dinesh. Because I'm from the previous batch.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember
waiting.
actually. Ansible Monday will start. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Dinesh.
So how many days it will take to finish off the
Within
course?
20 days. Within 20.
Okay. And about the projects also, like you will
Yes,
be
it will be
guiding us,
completed. It
right?
will be completed. Any other question? So can we discuss tomorrow? Let me wind up.
Yeah, Dinesh. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Just try to share it again so we can.
Yeah, now I will share.
Mhm.
Right away I will share. Okay.
Okay, Dinesh. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.